Hi, Timothy Unkert here. In this video, I'm going to go through my factoring review. So let's look at problem one. We're going to factor x squared plus 7x plus 12. This is a factoring problem where a is equal to 1, the number in front of x squared. So all we need to do is list the factors of 12, and we have a positive and a positive here, so I'm going to stick to just the positive factors. Let's list them out. So we have 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. And we're looking for the pair of factors that adds up to 7. So we got 3 and 4 here. So we can write this in factored form as x plus 3 times x plus 4. And there we go. Okay, let's look at problem 2. We've got x squared plus 2x minus 24. In this case, for 24, we're going to list positive and negative factors. Because the factors add up to a positive 2, we'll have the positive number be slightly larger than the negative number. And by larger, I mean further away from 0. So again, I could do negative 1 times positive 24. I could do negative 2 times positive 12. I could do negative 3 times positive 8. Or I could do negative 4 times positive 6. And the last pair there, negative 4 and 6, they add up to positive 2. So I'm going to write this one in factored form as x minus 4 times x plus 6. Okay, let's go to problems 3 and 4. All right, problem 3, we're factoring x squared minus 16. This is a difference of squares problem. So it just factors, we take the square root of 16 and it factors into x plus 4. Square root of 16 is 4 times x minus 4. Okay, next one, we're going to factor x squared plus 10x plus 25. This one is a perfect square trinomial. So we're going to take the square root of 25. That would be 5, right? So if we have 5 times 5, that gives us 25. Also adds to positive 10. So this factors into x plus 5 times x plus 5, or just x plus 5 squared. Okay, let's go on to problem 5 and 6. So problem 5, we're going to factor 5x squared plus 55x plus 30. So each of these terms, 5x squared, 55x, and 30, are divisible by 5. So first we're going to factor out a 5, and then we have x squared plus 11x plus 6 and if I look at this one, I'm looking for the factors of 6 to add to 11, and there are none. So this is the furthest we can factor this one. Now, if I change this to, let's say, 150, which is probably what I meant to do, then we'd have 30 here, and we'd have x plus 5 times x plus 6. But I didn't. But anyways, so yeah, this is as far as we can go with this one. Okay, next one, we're going to factor 8x squared minus 10x minus 3. Now, we don't have a common factor that we can factor out, and we have a number in front of x squared that is greater than 1. So first off, I'm going to start by listing the positive factors of 8 here. So I have 1 and 8, and 2 and 4. And then I'll list the factors of negative 3, so I could either do 1 times negative 3, or negative 1 times positive 3. Now, we want to combine the products of the factors of 8 and of negative 3 in such a way that they add to negative 10. So let's see. If I do, if I do 8 times negative 1, I get negative 8 plus 3. That's not going to get me there. If I do 8 times 3, that's not going to get me there either. If I do 4 times negative 3 here, That gives me negative 12. And then if I do 2 times 1, because we have to be consistent with the pair of factors we're using, that gives me positive 2. So positive 2 plus negative 12 does give me negative 10. So I'm going to use the 2 and 4 as coefficients in front of x. So I have 2x and 4x. And I want the 4 to be multiplied by negative 3. 4 is on the inside, so I'm going to put minus 3 here. And I want the 2 to be multiplied by positive 1, so I'm going to put plus 1 here. And there we go. We're good with that one. All right, let's go to the next couple problems. So problem 7, we have 3x squared minus 19x minus 14. Again, this one is, we can't divide out a common term, and we have a number greater than 1 in front of x squared. So let's list the positive factors of 3. So 1 and 3. And now the factors of negative 14. So 1 times negative 14, negative 1 times positive 14, 2 times negative 7, and negative 2 times positive 7. I want to get these to add to negative 21. So if I do 3 and I multiply that by negative 7, that gives me negative 21. And then I have to do 1 times 2, that gives me positive 2. Negative 21 plus positive 2 is negative 19, which is the number we want. So I'm going to use 1 and 3 as my coefficients. I really don't have to write the 1 in front of the x, so I'll just do x and 3x. And then I want the 3 multiplied by the negative 7. It's on the inside, so I'll put negative 7 on the inside. And then the 1 multiplied by plus 2. So we'll write that there. Okay, next one. This one, we're factoring 3x squared plus 6x minus 9. We can factor out a 3. So we've got 3 times x squared plus 2x minus 3. So we want to list the factors of negative 3 now. So we had negative 1 and positive 3. And when I list those out, I realize, oh, those add to 2. So we'll use those. So we can factor this into 3 times x minus 1 times x plus 3. Sweet. All right, let's go down to the last couple problems. So next one we're going to solve by factoring x squared minus 7x plus 10. So we want just negative factors because they have to multiply to a positive number but add to a negative. So we could either do negative 1 times negative 10, but that doesn't add to negative 7, or negative 2 times negative 5 adds, or that multiplies to positive 10, but it adds to negative 2. So I'm going to write the left-hand side in factored form as x minus 2 times x minus 5, and set that equal to 0. Now using the zero product property, I can set x minus 2 equal to 0. And x minus 5 equal to 0. And solve for my two solutions. So I can add 2 here. These cancel, and I get x equals 2. And I can add 5 here. These cancel, and I get x equals 5. So those are my two solutions for that one. Last one, we're solving x squared minus 12x plus 36 equals 0. This is a perfect square trinomial. We'll factor into x minus 6 squared, or x minus 6 times x minus 6. So that's only one unique solution. We're not going to set x minus 6 equal to 0 twice. So we'll just set x minus 6 equal to 0 once. We'll add 6 to both sides. And these will cancel, and we'll get x equals 6 as our solution. Now, if we were going to sketch this on a graph, we have our x-axis here. Pretend that's actually straight, and our y-axis there. It's tough drawing with the mouse here. But if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the vertex is going to bounce off. Let me change colors here. It's going to bounce off the x-axis at 6 and go up like so. Because we have a positive 1 in front of the x squared, so it's going to open up. That's going to be a bounce off of x equals 6. Anyways, hopefully you found this video interesting and helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.